koala crew. What's your hair doing? And welcome back to the corner of Remnant. My name's Larissa. I'm your host today, and I'm joined by co-host Emperial Dawn.
The fans being obnoxious. Hi.
And today we're discussing Chapter 4 of RWBY Volume 7. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! So it's been quite interesting while we had the starting soon message going out.
Yeah, look, I knew why she was gonna fall over during the. I set her up. I was like, she's gonna fall. A minute later, she finally fell. So foot came off. No, it's a whole thing, guys. She's fine. Don't tell Keith. We're all good.
We're all good. And you almost put water on yourself as well at the start.
Look, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm good. The camera looks fine for once.
Yes.
I have a new mic set up. That's the whole thing. I'm not gonna get into that. We should be good. Let's not jinx it.
And well, I tweeted that we were discussing Chapter 3 instead of Chapter 4, so you know that was my thing. It's fine.
3 has been a rough going so far. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, this is a great start.
Plus, we just agreed for like the first time ever last week.
Oh, I know, right? We really did.
This whole thing's going to absolutely hell and back. And Arnold's streaming right now. Yay! Oh God, where are we going with this? Anyway.
Yes. Well, we can't help with that.
Well, thank you for anyone who is watching either live or in the post. It is really greatly appreciated. We understand that there is many other creators out there, a lot of other RWBY content to absorb. So we appreciate anyone that gives us the time of day.
We do.
We love discussing RWBY with each other. Anyone else who wants to hang out with us is more than welcome to join us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please comment below, and I'm checking the comments, and yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
I remember to check the comments every now and then, but I'm like, Larissa, I don't get the notifications for it.
Well, actually, I've turned the notifications off because it was just driving me insane, especially last year with RWBY season, and quite often I'm working too. On the Monday, especially at my time, I usually get a lot of comments coming through. So
aren't you Miss Popular? I wish we all could just turn off our notifications. It's actually funny. Like, I'm starting to get to the point now on Twitter.
Yeah,
where I'm not being told when I'm getting followers. So
yes.
I look at my new follower account. Like, wait, there's 10 more than there were this morning. Where did those notifications?
Where they come from? Yeah. So, that's quite funny.
Getting to that point, you know.
I'm still checking comments. I just like now instead of them flashing up on my phone when I'm in the middle or something, it's more like, okay, I've got a spare couple of minutes. I'm just going to check any new comments, and I find it's better that way because unfortunately there are some people who do comment horrible things. Not that often, thankfully, but it always seems to be the way. If I do have the notifications turned on and I'm in the middle of work or doing something, a horrible message pops up, and it's just like, oh. So
that's like me just scrolling through Twitter.
Yeah, well, yes.
But it's one of those things where if it's not directed at you,
that's it.
You know, I love the it's a whole story. But I love the idea of like if something's put out in the open. If it's not directed to you and you get insulted by it, then that's your choice to get insulted by it.
That's true.
If something directed at you, then you have every right to be insulted. And get mad and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes they've directed me, but usually,
Ricky Gervais made the comparison where it's like, you walk into a park and there's a flyer on a tree saying free guitar lessons.
Yeah.
You take the tag and you call a phone number. This is what we used to do back in the day, kids. It's called an ad. A physical, real ad of the real world. You take the little tag and it has a phone number. You call it up and then you say, "Oh, I don't need guitar lessons." It's like it's exactly the same when you see someone on Twitter get insulted by it. It's like you're actively going out of your way to be insulted by something.
Yes.
So,
anyways, yes.
When you get a comment of something, then I get it. It sucks.
They've been a lot better this year so far, so that's good. And I've got some amazing moderators as well who are keeping an eye on my comments too, so they're really good. Yeah.
I used to do a bunch of people on DeviantArt messaging me about commissions, and I'm like, I don't do commissions. And you're also way overstepping my ability to draw.
But your drawings are amazing. I forgot to tell you, I had someone comment on that I had all these RWBY drawings, and that's really cool, good work. And I'm like, well, I didn't do them.
I was actually watching, when I was watching your episode 3 reaction, I was actually just thinking to myself, that's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
Just my arts there. One thing I was wondering, what did you do with my most recent Nora one I gave y'all back at the Gamer Girl Festival?
It's here.
Oh, it's there. Okay. Cool.
I haven't put it up properly yet.
Yeah. It doesn't have much color to it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as well as a background prop and stuff.
Yes. I will probably, maybe even on next stream, maybe. I'll be changing my setup.
Okay.
Because we got PlayStation VR.
That's what that was. I knew you got something PlayStation related. I wasn't sure what it was.
Yes. And, well, I can't really stream VR with the wall directly behind me because it is very close to me. It doesn't really seem...
I can confirm this. I can confirm this.
So, yes, this whole setup may be changing. So that's why I haven't tried, like, changing my posters and anything else that's up on the wall at the moment because I'm like, well, I'm probably going to have to move them anyway, so...
I will say I would love to see you play Resident Evil 7.
That would be hilarious. They came with it.
I know, that's why I'm saying it.
Chris is like, you're going to have to stream. I'm like, no.
It's a good game. It actually is a really good game.
I've seen some parts of it, so I kind of know what to expect, which is also why I really don't want to stream it. Because I know how terrifying it's going to be.
I'm trying to think, too, I'm trying to think if Five Nights at Freddy's is on PlayStation VR. I think it is.
I think so. There's a lot of games you can download off the PlayStation Store. So Beat Saber's one of those too, because you can't get a physical copy. We found out. Yeah. It's downloadable on the store. Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot. So we'll be looking into it. I've got to get it all set up, so I don't expect VR streams anytime really soon. But yeah, setup may change. But yeah, we went really off track. Chapter 4.
I mean, again, kids say this stream was just us talking to each other, and everyone else wants to jump in. You know, we'll get to RWBY eventually. We'll get to it.
I think Smash is lurking while playing BB Tag.
Okay.
Because they
cool.
commented while we had the starting scene of this, but there's no messages in the chat, so yeah, it doesn't show previous messages before we switch over to this scene.
Oh well. So good.
Yes, but yes, today we are chatting about Chapter 4.
Yes. Pomp and Circumstance.
Yeah.
Which
Yep, sorry, you go first.
Which we got the thumbnail and title for.
Yes.
The week before it even came out.
Yeah, we did. Same with Chapter 5 too.
Yeah, trend that's coming through for Chapter 5, which, as someone who draws all Sunday for a Monday post, it makes it a lot easier when you can draw stuff throughout the week when you have that little...
Yeah, so you drew Robin. Easier. Yes.
So expect a Robin picture on Monday.
Also, I didn't mention it, so we got Dawn's art in the corner there below his webcam as well. Yes. So the penny art that went up today is currently theirs, but it's shuffling through the three...
An extra hour before usual, because after the stream last week didn't go well. So yeah, so we'll see. Which in hindsight, I shouldn't have drawn that this week, because I did Penny last week.
No, his webcam's frozen again. Don't tell me he's disconnected again. Please no. Yes. This happened last time. So this is just like last week's episode. This is Sean art that he posted the other day. I really like that too. And Miles commented on it. All right, we'll just disconnect that. We'll wait for him to come back. Which I'm sure he will in a second. Hang on, where's I'll just turn that off for a second. Anyway, so hi. Yeah, so Don posts his art. He posts 3 pieces during the week. So we're featuring them on the corner Remnant, which is so you guys can see them. But if you want to see them in full, they're on his Twitter and also on his DeviantArt. The links are all below if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description. On Twitch, they're shown on the screen, on the little box below. And also I can link them as well, if I remember what the commands are. So we've got his Deviant. So yeah, it's showing now on the stream. Deviant and his Twitter. Well, it's just Emperial Dawn. Oops, that's my Twitter. There we go. Yes. So we've changed, like we mentioned with the first episode of our season 3, we have changed a few things with overlay. So let us know, of course, what you think of the overlay. That's his other piece of art. It's the RWBY Go Undercover. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this episode. Sure, not as action-packed as Chapter 3, but it was still really good. Chapter 4, we had a lot of things happen that we weren't expecting as well as were expecting. I was on Chinu's Boopcast last week, and we were talking about our speculations for Chapter 4 before it came out, and when we're talking about Pomp and Circumstance, and it means like a formal event or celebration, that sort of thing, I'm like, wonder if they're going to get their licenses. Of course, I had to mention this on the Boobcast rather than actually on it, my own podcast. But that was quite funny because Ginny watched the episode before me and she sort of gave me a look like, oh, I wonder if I was right. And then I was. I'm like, okay. I mentioned it before my reaction when that goes up as well. People are going to probably think that I heard about it beforehand because I said about we're going to see Jarks, and we did, and they're going to get the licenses, and we did. So I was like, well, that was actually just all pure speculation. I thought we would get Jarks this episode because we hadn't seen him yet, Jarks and Whitley. So I did fully suspect we will get them this episode, which we did. I was hoping we'll get Robin, but it looks like we're going to get Robin next chapter, assuming as she's on the thumbnail. Yeah, so that was quite funny. But yeah, a lot happened in this episode as well, which we'll discuss a bit further when Dawn comes up. But yeah, briefly, we had Amity Coliseum now is at the launch site with the dust miners. We had them talking about well, the ace operatives, how they work, how they function, how it's all, yeah, zero liability sort of thing. It's a job to them. They're not friends. It's purely a job. There's some really interesting sort of conversations between the ace operators and RWBY. Of course, found out about Paul Forrest. Yeah, he definitely died. If anyone thought he might have escaped there, no, definitely not. How that's all impacting on Ironwood's vision, and it's upsetting Mantle, of course. And then, yeah, we had the Jarks rock up and the confrontation with him, and I love Weiss in that scene as well, how she stood up for herself and how Blake held her hand, and Weiss is like, not friends, they're family. It was so good. We had then Penny and Winter rock up and then up to the Coliseum, and they got their licenses, which was really good. It was amazing. And we had some really great interactions there as well. I love the RWBY and Crow talk. That's definitely my favorite part of the episode, was the RWBY and Crow talk. It was amazing. I love the little interactions though with the cake. Nora was hilarious. Yang had Penny pull off her arm, her buddy arm. Yang and Blake was taking selfies. It was great. You're being hacked by Watts again, Dawn. Come back! I can't do this without you. Yeah, so what was it? Yeah. And then of course had the what do they call it? What's the ball with all the huntsman tasks on it? I forgot what it's called. Notice board. So that was really great. I love the interactions there. How Marrow got Jean to sort of like commit to an escort quest. I love also how Marrow could sort of like struggle with Jean's name. That's just, I think, just it's a funny little thing, because a lot of people also who are not like RWBY fans don't know how to pronounce Jean's name when they read it. You're trying, try harder. Yeah, so that and then I loved how Elm came in, and you know, there's a saber loose in the sewers, and I just loved all that interaction. It was so good. It was great. And then of course we had the last scene with Jarks and Watts in his office, and saw Whitley very briefly there too. Overall, it was a really good episode. There's some really interesting little things which we will discuss. Well, I'll talk about the chessboard while Dawn's trying to come back. So someone posted on Twitter, I can't remember what their Twitter hashtag was actually. I should get that up here. I'll just get myself back over here. So is that no chocolate on Twitter. So they mentioned about Jark's chessboard. So we saw it briefly there. We've seen his chessboard previously back in Volume 4. When Ironwood met with Jarks there, and Weiss walked in on their chat. So when Jarks had... Oh, here you come. He's come back. Hello? So it's... I can hear you the stream. He's back. One second.
My computer never blue screens. But it's done it twice while we're streaming. I have no idea what the hell happened.
I don't know. That's funny.
Sorry.
seems to be a running thing now.
It all went so well last season. What's happened? I know my computer's a year older than it was, but still. That's all right. Zoomed in. There we go.
All right, so I was talking about the chessboard.
Yeah, go.
So yeah, when Jacques and I were met back in Volume 4. No, I was only briefly touching on the episode too. I'm going to go more in detail.
I can't come back and you're already talking about the graduation.
Yeah.
Jesus, so much before that.
No, there was. So yeah, the chessboard. So the white side was on Jack's side of the table. The black side was on Ironwood's side of the table. So when we saw it just in the episode here at the end, there's lots of pieces missing, and there's lots of white pieces on the board, and some black pieces on the board. And the person on Twitter, so no no chocolate. Amazing hashtag, at tag, I should say. So she analysed the chessboard, and basically the Black King is in check, attacked by the White Knight, and the Queen is threatened by the Pawn, the Knight and Bishop. So the Black King has no other choice but to move because he's being attacked by two pieces at once. In situation, the other black pieces are helpless. The Black King is one move away from being checkmated. Whether he goes on D5 or C5 won't change his fate. So it's very interesting. Basically, the Dark King is in a bad situation. Yeah. So in conclusion, was either the Black King is Jacques and we're going to enjoy this volume, or it is Ironwood and a useless tower and doom is upon us. So it makes sense with it being Ironwood because with how they had the chessboard set up back in volume 4 with the whites on a Jacques side of the board and black on Ironwood side of the board. It was a very interesting certain analysis of the chessboard.
Yeah, some very nice symbolism, and also drawing back to importance chess pieces had earlier on in the show's life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So definitely a nice callback. I think it's definitely Ironwood.
Yeah, same.
I don't believe in the subjective comment that if it was Jacques, that it would necessarily be enjoyable. Because I personally like Jacques quite a bit. As an on-screen character, I quite enjoy him whenever he's around.
Yeah.
It's skipping my mind, but the actor does a great job. With Jacques, he's Beerus in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
well.
Amazing.
He does a really great job with that for sure. And it was funny when Whitley came back on. When Whitley came in into the scene, I'm like, wait, was that Kerry? It sounds like Kerry's voice. It's Howard. Yeah, it's Howard Wang who did the voice back in Volume 4.
Yeah,
but it sounded like Kerry for a second. He's been doing a few. Like I've heard Kerry's voice around a few different things at RT recently, so I was kind of like, is Kerry doing the voice? No, it's still Howard.
And talking of Whitley too, I mentioned it now before I forget. So in that scene when Watts is walking around, when he first walks in, you can see Whitley's photograph in the background. It's completely turned around. You can only see the back of the photograph now too.
Yeah.
So what this symbolizes, I'm not sure, but it was very interesting.
Well, I gather that seems like Whitley now has lost Jacques' favor through something,
maybe.
Since Weiss has left. I've always been of the mind that I remember Eruption Fang made a video about it. I remember Arnold made a reply video to that. That Whitley is just I think Whitley obviously he's living up in the environment much like Weiss and Guitar. Where because again let's all remember no one liked Weiss in Volume 1. So I think Whitley is just I could see Whitley going through a similar thing where it's like he's happy he's the heir of the company. I don't blame him for that.
Yeah.
But he was a bit more mean about it than he needed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if he still holds, because I think he still cares for Weiss, not so much Winter.
Yeah.
I think he cares for Weiss to a degree. So maybe another point here is obviously Klein wasn't the one to let
no Klein
Jacques in, which I remember posting a it wasn't my I saw someone else post it, but it was the idea that the 7 dwarves were sent to the mines, where Klein might be currently, probably for helping Weiss escape.
Yeah, well, he may have been fired.
But I would like to think that Whitley's falling out of favor with Jacques because he's still standing up for Weiss in some degree. I'm not sure how necessarily, but speaking out, or because I could see Whitley being the lesser of two evils in terms of he wants to run the sneak company in a good way, but he wants to do it himself.
Yeah.
So he'll push Weiss out of the way, but he'll still do a better job than Jock does, or something to that degree. But we'll have to wait and see. Of course, I do hope, because I wasn't expecting. I don't know. I wasn't expecting Jacques in this episode or not, but I'm very glad to see them both back in the fold, since we're in Atlas.
Yeah, I thought we would see them being chapter 4, so it's good just to see them. And yeah, it looks like we're going to get Robin next episode. So yes, which is exciting. But yeah, back to the start of the episode. But what did you think overall of the episode?
I think I messaged you the day after the episode came out.
Yeah,
it was on first watch is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Period.
I know you love the dialogue ones.
Was that sorry?
You love the dialogue episodes, the ones full of it.
Yes, I'm a big fan of dialogue heavy exposition episodes, whatever you want to call them. I love emotional. I'm a sucker for anything emotional, for good and bad reasons. It's why I love Blake and Adam, because it's such a dark story. I shouldn't enjoy it, but it's just so emotional. It's personal. It's real.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy the story out of it. Again, same with Jacques and Weiss. Whereas, I mean, it's horrible that it's just petty. It's just petty what Jacques did.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it horrible, abusive, or it's just petty. It was just a guilt trip. It was horrible. You should have done it.
Yep.
But at the same time, I also think it probably wasn't a lie.
Well, no, it was just Jacques trying to get, make Weiss feel bad for running away.
Petty. I think that's it was just petty.
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect word for it. It wasn't necessary.
No, definitely not.
It was nothing more than just him just being just a little fuck you. That's
all.
Yeah,
a bit of a dick. Yeah.
Yeah. The start of the episode, everyone's swooning over the Aesop's wasn't my favorite thing in the world. I thought, it was funny, it was cute kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do love the Harriet laying the law down, because we were all huntsmen. We were all in our own teams. We had our own family, but we were brought together.
Yeah.
Excluding possibly Elm and Vine.
Yeah.
These 5 people were brought together as a professional team. They're not like
it's a job to them.
These 5 didn't grow up together on a team in Atlas, most likely.
No.
They've more recently been brought together in the past few years.
Yep.
And are very professional in their work relationship, unlike the rest of our team. So it's cool now to see how parallel the Aesops are to our team members. With Elm to Nora and Yang and Vine to Ren. It's now really cool to see now an opposite of that. We have the parallel, now we have the mirror. They're professional, they're not family.
Yeah.
So,
it's all a job to them, and that's it. There's no blurring the lines. Yeah.
Exactly as Harriet said, and Harriet's definitely one of my favorite new characters.
Yeah, I like Harriet. I like Marrow too. I have a soft spot for him because he's so goofy and funny.
Yeah, Marrow's growing on me.
Yeah.
He's very John. He's very John and Blake.
I just love that scene in the background where he's just showing off to the guard and everything, and I was like, don't take Marrow. Don't take Marrow.
Which does tie into this possibility, because we know that Marrow is the newest member of the Aesops. He is the youngest member of the Aesops. When you treat someone like shit like that, not that they're treating him like shit, but he's the runt of the litter.
Yeah.
Pun intended, I think. If everyone says, are the Aesops going to betray Ironwood? The one that's being put down with Marrow.
Maybe. I think it's just, he is the youngest and probably most immature out of the group. So it makes sense why, I would want Clover to take Marrow down to Mantle, because, he probably would just cause a scene.
I mean, yes, I'm sure that's 100% why. I agree.
Yeah. Looks like he just took Harriet, from what we could see, because Vine and Elm. Vine. Yep. Marrow joined the group later.
Yeah, we might run into them and Robin, maybe Tyrion and stuff next episode, possibly.
Possibly.
Maybe not. Maybe just.
But I did really like the interactions at the start of the episode between RWBY and the Ace operatives and
Nora and Elm.
Nora and Elm, that's funny. So Thunder Thighs, that was shout back to Chibi.
I would guess that's very much an Eddie thing. That's very much an Eddie who's very involved in the community. Just put that in there, just as
it was hilarious.
It's a fan service.
Yeah, it's a fan service. It was funny. I loved how.
It was really funny. It was really cool. I'm glad we got to see something from those two, because they are so similar.
Yeah, and something from Chibi as well, which was always good. I loved seeing little references to Chibi.
Yes.
Yes.
And also seeing the Vine and Ren later in the episode too.
Yes. Yeah.
Very subtle, but they're both very subtle characters, so you don't need anything too overblown. I do really one thing I really enjoyed this episode was Jean and Ironwood.
Yep.
Really love Jean standing up to Ironwood there.
Yes.
And Ironwood understanding the situation he's in. He's not blind, he's not daft. He knows he's doing wrong things, but you know, it's all about the end goal, you know, and he thinks he does bad now, but it has the best result in the end, then so be it. And I really respect that, and I respect even more Jean, you know, letting him know. And it's not just Yang that's standing up to Ironwood, it is also Jean as well. And also Ironwood giving the respect to Jean, like team leaders come over here and have RWBY, Crow, and Jean be the kind of the main ones. And kind of, for the first time, gives the leadership role, makes it feel a bit more important.
Yes, yeah, it does, absolutely.
And, like, you know, the idea is, rather than getting 12 people into a scene, let's just get the leaders and then assume that they'll relay the information to their teams off screen. I really like that, and it gives more importance to the idea of them being the leaders. Yeah,
and I like that also at the start of chapter 3 too. We saw the same thing with Clover relaying the mission out to Crow, RWBY, and Jean. Yeah. So that was really good.
Very much.
Yes, I liked all of that. I really liked after the Thunder Thighs thing, Nora in the background and Ren just picks her up and carries her up. Like, that was just so funny, so hilarious. I love Elm's sort of like face, like her reactions to Nora as well. It's quite funny. It was hilarious. I really liked that scene.
She's like no idea what's going on. It's great.
That's hilarious. It's so good. But yeah. And we did mention about the little 2 people spying on the group as well at the start of the episode.
Yes, I keep forgetting that, because whenever I start the episode, I always skip past the little the intro and then that first bit until they come out of the mine. So I've only seen that once, because I literally always skip that bit.
Yeah,
I thought it was a cow faunus, but apparently I've been told it's a sheep faunus.
A sheep faunus, apparently. People refer to them as the happy huntresses, but
the hair looks like a sheep. So
but I don't know exactly, but they could be part of maybe the because they had sort of like she had a brooch on her.
Robin's the Hunger Games-esque.
Yes.
Robin pin. It looks like a mix. It looks like a Star Wars thing. It looks like a. I don't know. I've definitely seen that exact design.
Yeah, it looks very familiar. It reminded me.
I've seen it somewhere, but I don't remember.
It did remind me of Star Wars and like the Rebels. So very much reminded with them.
Hunger Games mixed to it as well.
So maybe part of the Resistance / Rebels / Happy Huntresses group. So very interesting. I think we'll see them again. But I really liked her look with her little ears and everything. She was really adorable. So hope we get to see her again.
They've done a good job at introducing some adorable faunuses.
They have, even like the bear faunus,
the empty, Marrow,
yes, and now.
And this sheep girl.
It's funny because we're getting a lot of faunuses in Alice. But yeah, they're all part of course, Mantle and the Dust Mines. Hey, Chose! How are you? Shouldn't you be going to bed? It's probably really late for you. But hi!
Chose's the real MVP. That's what he's doing. He's the real MVP.
That's what, like, after midnight or 1 a.m. in the morning. Missed the start. It's all good. We're still talking.
Yeah, you just missed me getting hacked by what's in the screen closing again.
I lost Dawn again.
Losing again.
That was quite funny. Yes. So Forrest definitely died.
Well, yeah.
Forrest.
Yeah. And I love that they Jean addressed that, like, hey,
that's the guy who rode with us, and Ruby's like, he died.
It's something that RWBY just tends to skip over, like, that wasn't necessary. So it's something that they do tend to like skip over.
Yeah,
I'm glad they did.
I'm glad did it, and to see their reaction, especially Ruby's as well. I was really interested. Like, he died. Like, she looked really devastated. And
again, Crow mentioning all your opposition dying doesn't make you look any good.
I'm not worried about my image, but it is causing unrest in Mantle. So that seems to be Tyrion and Watt's goal at the moment. It's causing as much unrest in Mantle as they can, which is reflecting very bad on Ironwood. So, because it's making a lot of people probably going to trust Ironwood less and less. So when he does eventually go ahead with his goal, you're right there, filling with you, Mike.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. When he eventually does go ahead with his whole goal with letting everyone know about Salem, who's going to trust him? That's the thing.
Yeah, I guess
he's losing trust with the people. So
I don't know. Like, again, this comes to the discussion.
Yes,
the discussion we had last week, where it's like, I feel like their plans are I think it's meant to look chaotic. I think there's definitely more. I know you said like it's restlessness directly to cause bad public image on Ironwood.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I feel like there's something a bit more accurate. Like there's something a bit more specific. I'm just not sure what yet.
Yeah, we don't know exactly yet, but it seems to be part of what they're doing, causing unrest, making looking bad on Ironwood, and then of course what's at the end of the episode saying to Jax, I hear you have an Ironwood problem. So
I still think they may be trying to find Robin, like they're trying to weed out Robin by getting to her through her associates. I still think there's something to do with that.
Because there's also that too, because these are her supporters as well. So you have been getting stabbed by Tyrion.
And again, Tyrion's the kind of person he would rather kill someone, and look for the information on their person, than to interrogate someone to get that information. He's like kill and look. Yeah, he's the personification of kill, ask questions later.
Yes, exactly. That's Tyrion. Yeah.
Whereas Watts is someone who would ask the questions first.
Yes.
Then get Tyrion to kill them.
Yes, yeah. Well, they would have done their research and probably looked for people who were speaking out against Ironwood and slowly just culling them all off.
I will say this season has done very well at planting seeds and addressing them very quickly.
Yeah.
Like here's a problem. Here's the solution. Except it doesn't drag things out. Which I typically do. Like I do hope that there are some plot threads that will re-emerge later in the season that we've kind of already forgotten about, because I love that long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
But I like that this isn't doing like a lot of the isn't dragging like problems or issues out long-term yet. It's kind of like, here's a problem, here's the thing, like here's Forrest dead. Like here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not, like I'm with like RWBY lying. Next episode addresses RWBY lying. Like they're not dragging these problems out, which again sometimes can be good, but they're not overdoing it. I just hope that there are some long-term issues.
I think so. Yeah. I really like how they're doing pacing things so far. It's really good.
The pacing's
the pacing's fantastic.
The Southern RWBY seasons are always good like that. Can they keep it consistent?
That's the thing. Can they keep it going for the rest?
Lose a bit more track, because obviously by the time they get to the end of the season, the release date to animation date is a lot closer. Yeah. But they're already finished writing Volume 7. They're already doing Volume 8. So writing pace-wise should be all good. It's just the animation that might deteriorate a little bit in quality. But
we'll see how it goes.
Understandable. That's always
because nearing the end of the season, we'll be getting some more combat and fights and things. So
still not sure what the big fight of the end of this volume will be.
I have no idea.
6, we didn't really know that. Ended up just being the Leviathan and
well, I think mid-season is where we probably might get the Crow, Robin, Tyrion fight, possibly, that's been teased in the intro. That seems like a mid-season fight to me rather than an end-season fight.
Well, I think the fact that because they showed Tyrion RWBY fight in Volume 4, and that was only the mid.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything to Knuckle V in Volume 4, so it'll probably be something that we don't even know about.
It could even, of course, like I said before, Cinder and Neo just rock up at the end.
They could be the final fight in Volume. But I'm also of the mind that we don't know how long the time skip was between them getting their weapons and going to the mines. There seemed to be a time skip, but there
was a bit of time pass.
Yeah, what it was. It could have been a long time, could have been a short time.
It probably might have been about a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's fair.
A few days to a week, I think.
So I could still see Neo and Cinder not showing up this volume at all.
Yeah, that's it. As far as we know, they're behind. I'm not sure whereabouts they are.
Part of me feels like maybe that's what they should have done with Cinder last volume.
Yeah.
Like, Cinder being dead should have been something they could have dragged out longer. I don't mind they didn't, but I'm saying that could have been something they could have.
It could have been, yeah.
And have all that stuff. This volume.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason they I think they said in the commentaries, or they said somewhere, that the only reason they brought Neo back is because they wanted Cinder's story not to be as boring.
Yeah. And Chase is mentioned as well with the upgrades. Yeah, it took longer than anticipated. So, Pietro did say that they did take longer.
We're closing the gap between the Cinder and Neo.
We're slowly, with them catching up to where they are.
And especially if this next few episodes are just going to be, just Huntsman stuff. We could have we could have weeks worth of time skips.
Yeah, could be,
while
definitely.
The scientists are all doing their tower stuff, and Jean is going to interact with the thirsty moms, as you guys have. That's where thirsty moms comes from. Apparently, not Willow, but these.
Man, yes.
So, plus, Which I don't think will happen. It'd be really fun if we do.
As in my reaction, I said, I really hope we get to see John escort these kids to school. It'd be hilarious. I imagine
it'll just be like that's just a joke. But
yeah.
It still could come to fruition, especially if we need again more of a time skip to get Cinder and Neo
caught up
back on.
And we got the election. We don't know exactly how far away the election is as well, so that will be happening at some point.
Yes.
Maybe you might get that might be near the end of the volume 2, possibly.
Maybe the last time we got something like that, it was during the middle. It was actually the same as the Tyrion fight back in volume 4.
Yeah, we'll find out. But the other thing, of course, where we're up to discussing the chapter is, of course, the Jax and Weiss confrontation. So we all wanted to see Weiss stand up to Jax, and she did. I loved it. I loved the whole interaction. I love how Weiss said, I know the type of man you are. Yes, and Jax said, I have half the mind too, and then I would stop.
I really liked how they handled it. I really thought they were going to go overboard. I really didn't want them to go like, I'm Weiss and this is my family and fuck you. I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they did it really subtly. They just had Weiss just speak up to Jacques, just as she would any of her friends. She just kind of...
It was my choice to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't say anything absurd. She didn't say anything out of line. She's like, hey, it was my choice to leave. It was my choice to come back.
Yep.
Like, she doesn't hate Jacques. Like, she's still her father.
She despises him, but yeah.
Well, yes, but I mean, like, again, like, she doesn't want him to die. She doesn't hate the man. She just wants to be done with him.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's my thing. She just stood up to him. She didn't overdo it. I like that. And again, the whole family thing didn't even come up till afterwards. Right? I like that. It was very subtle. It wasn't overdone.
It was really good. I really enjoyed how it was handled. Yeah.
You see all these RWBY comics, all these fan art of what's going to happen. I'm like, please,
no.
Don't overdo it. Let's not overdo it.
I just
I liked Ironwood setting up for Weiss.
You gotta do what?
I love that kind of like do what? I love when that line that
I like how Jax fiddles with his cufflinks. He's fiddling with his cufflinks and sort of adjusts himself and sort of adjusts his posture.
That's similar to what he did when Ironwood confronted him back in volume 4.
Yeah.
You know, like he just like went hands, like, you know, he cowers when Ironwood actually stands up to him.
Yep. He sort of catches himself. Sure. And then of course he brings up about Weiss's mother, which
again, like Ironwood's up to him, so he guilt
trips Weiss. Yep. Of course.
Which again was a low blow. It was petty. Definitely was unnecessary. But I'm definitely curious now if that's going to lead into something. If we are going to get a Willow Weiss interaction, and that is going to be like she was horrified, she was mortified that Weiss ran away. I'd love to really see that now. Now that seed's been planted. I'd really love to see if that gets
we really want to see Willow because we haven't seen her on screen yet. So
I do want to say something. Again, this I said in the tweet I'm going to dig myself a hole.
He's digging a hole. Watch out, diggy hole.
So I'm going to compare Jacques to Adam here.
Oh god, here we go.
I'm sorry, I wrote this in my DeviantArt post.
They're very manipulative. I can get that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm really curious what other people think of this. Jacques is a completely self-aware manipulator. He knows what he's doing. He knows where he's trying to get, but it's a bit more petty.
Yeah.
It's not as harsh. It's not as horrible. It's just a bit more petty to it.
If Adam actually survived and got to be older,
it's a lot more horrible.
Yeah.
But I don't think, unlike Jacques, I don't think he's self-aware enough to realize what he's doing wrong. He's just naive. He doesn't realize how much pain he's going.
He thinks what he's doing is right. Yeah.
Jacques is a guilt tripper. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Adam's just naive. He was blind. He didn't realize what he was doing. Doesn't make it any less right. Both are as bad as each other. I'm just curious, do you think that's fair of me to say?
Yeah, I say that. Because I can see Adam is more like he was doing what he thought was right, as the right thing to do.
It's a blinded line, literally.
Yep. Where Jax is just everything is self-preservation. He wants to be...
There's an intention.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be as much power as possible, being the top person.
Jacques knows what he's doing is wrong.
He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he doesn't care as much. As long as he gets what he wants in the end, he doesn't care how many people he treads on. It's like how he said... in the conversation with Watts, that he would have laid off all the Mantle employees if it wasn't for the fact he's trying to get their votes for the council election. So he doesn't care how many people he treads on and destroys on his path to what he wants, his goal.
Well, that's also doesn't make it right, but it's also because of Ironwood's embargo.
Yeah,
so a little bit of that has to go on Ironwood, a little bit.
Yeah,
Still,
exactly.
the fact they would do that is still
But
fucked up.
the fact that he's like, yeah, well, I would have laid off all these people, you know, if I wasn't trying to get their vote. And yeah.
Okay. I just want to bring it up. I don't want to drag on that. I'm just curious if that's a
I can definitely
naive abuser compared to a deliberate one. Okay, I'm just curious if that was a fair play or not.
Well, absolutely. They're both what's the term? Antagonists? Or is it antagonists. So they're both antagonists in the story. Not necessarily villains in the way, yes, they're I suppose villains, but they're antagonists in the story.
Like I wouldn't count Jacques as a villain. He's just a dick. He's just a dickbag.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like Watts and Tyrion. They're definitely villains. Yeah.
And I wouldn't necessarily call him like villain is like Salem, Cinder.
Yeah.
Watts, Tyrion. You know.
Yeah.
Bad. These are bad people who do bad things for bad reasons.
But he's still an
Adam
antagonist.
Realize what he's doing, and Jacques doing it for petty reasons. Not for evil.
Yeah.
Destroy the world. He's just a businessman. You know. He's just petty.
He wants just to be as rich as possible and in control of everything. I don't think he would like the fact where he loses control. So it'll be interesting to see if he does like lose the council seat or something happens where he loses that grip on everything and how he will sort of crumble.
I would love if it's Whitley who usurps him, just like kicks him out, you know, and see how he has to deal with that.
Exactly.
Not that I think that would happen anytime soon. That might be like a few volumes down the line.
Yeah, it's like Adam was very similar. Where hey Corey, where he needed to be in control of everything. Very similar thing. He needed control over everyone, but when that was shaken and he lost his control, that's where he crumbled. So it'll be interesting to see if Jacques is the same when he loses that control over everything.
But no, I did really love where he mentioned so this is what you threw everything away for. And it's like, my family. And I will say I do love that during that scene, I think during when he was guilt tripping her, you did see it was Blake and Yang that had the most reactions because they experienced they see what's happening with
they see what's being manipulated
with Raven. Like they whereas Ruby was just confused.
Yeah.
But again, Blake has been through this and Yang has seen it through Blake.
Yeah.
So Blake was on his stand up.
Like Jackson and Evan definitely manipulated.
I did really like that a lot.
Yeah. He seems like he's crumbling his entire confrontation with Ironwood. Exactly, it was a temper tantrum. But he caught himself, caught his proposal. What's the word?
Got his, wow. I know
anyway, he sort of got more back into control of the situation.
Got his composure.
Composure, that's what I was trying to say. Thanks, Corey. Composure.
We've got the com.
Got his composure back. And the guilt trip wise, and then he turned around to Ironwood and said, well, you've just basically given me the noose to hang you with, sort of thing.
That was such a good...
I didn't come here to complain about the private property, even though that's what exactly he said as he came out of the ship. But he's like, more the thank you for giving me the noose in which to hang you with.
He didn't have his composure at that moment, but then he took a step back, thought about it, and then kind of really realized what he can gain from the situation.
Bad guys always get the best lines.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love Adam's speech from Volume 6. I love that. I love some of that stuff as well.
He's like we mentioned as well with the voice actor, really great with Jacques. He just nails all the lines. Is so good. Yeah.
But but then Weiss, you know, again, this is my family. This is who stands up for me.
Yep.
And it's like, and Jacques like, okay, you made your choice. Fair enough.
Yep.
And it goes his way.
Bolsters off.
I guess that was the Schnee ship, not Winter's ship. I guess we all thought that was Winter's ship.
Winter's ship had the more like the flags or some sort of ribbons tailing off it, while Jacques didn't.
Did they not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same style. It was the same style, sort of like with these prongs off it, but Winter's had the little like tail ribbons hanging off the ends, trailing by. Yeah, while Jacques didn't. So that was
interesting. That they all have like, I thought that was like her private military ship, but clearly that's like a private Schnee design.
Yeah.
That she obviously took to the military, and that's her personal use ship.
Yep.
When she's in the military, like.
I guess it's also how Weiss knew it was Winter, not her father. Winter.
That's another interesting. That's true, actually. But I do love that Winter shows up and it's like, is he gone?
Then she looks up and the Weiss is like, you just missed father. It's like, what's he missed?
I will say, I assume you saw the tweet I posted out about that. I tweeted out a picture of Ruby's reaction at that scene.
Oh yeah.
Because again, much like Volume 3, she has no idea.
Has no idea that.
No idea. First just like. So I love that continuity that she still has no idea what the hell she's doing around Weiss Winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Winter's like, It's like, yeah, well, you know,
I wouldn't say I missed him as such.
At the same time, I love it, and also think that's a bit of a dick move, not coming to stand up with your sister. But I get it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Winter, better than that. Be better than that.
And then Penny just drops out of nowhere.
I think last week. I think I said last week.
I just love Penny in this episode. She's so funny.
I just love Penny and Winter.
Yes.
I never thought about those two ever interacting.
They're so different.
Every episode, and it's just adorable.
It is.
I love those two so much. Like, and it also goes to, and I guess it also kind of would explain if Winter and RWBY had a scene. I can imagine Winter being a lot more understanding of RWBY now.
Yeah.
Now that she's gotten close to Penny. In these past few months.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, and I just never realized that parallel.
Yeah.
Listen to RWBY, Winter to Penny.
Yep.
They're both
very similar.
Idiots by their side who they should hate.
Yes.
But we're forced to get along with them, and now I really care for them.
Like, that is very interesting. Yeah, I do like that. But I love Betty like with the congratulations, and then during the ceremony, how she's bouncing up and down, and Winter like puts her hand on her shoulder, but she's still bouncing, but smaller bounces.
In any other character, the congratulations is just like, oh, that's just for comedic effect. No, Penny actually hologrammed the words congratulations.
Yes, it was a hologram.
That was in the world. That actually happened.
It actually happened. Yeah.
Only Penny could act like when Nora did Thunderflies. That was just for our benefit.
Yeah, it was.
Congratulations actually there.
And she's like, we haven't started yet, and we're just like, obviously not. Oh, it's so great. I love all the interactions there. And also the other thing too, in all these scenes as well, very interesting with Blake and Yang, just the little glances between them. Like there was when Hare was saying that it's a job, that's it, we don't confuse the two, and Yang was saying don't you go through so much, it just changes things. And it's very interesting, the glances between them, and also
that interesting. It was pretty obvious. That's self-explanatory.
I just really enjoyed the fact that they're just glancing at each other, because they went through something big together, which has changed things with them. Buzz. And it was just like, it has changed their friendship, and it has. It really has affected them, whether it bees or not. But I just really enjoyed in these particular scenes watching them and seeing their glances between each other. It was really cool too. I just like that effect when people are talking and you can see the characters in the background are doing something, like when they're having that discussion. RWBY was having a discussion with Team RWBY about we should do sightseeing and whatnot. In the background you can see John talking to Crow, and you can't hear anything what they're saying, but you can see the sort of glancing at each other.
You completely missed to talk about that. I love that. I love that so much. I love that whole thing. Like Blake's just like, I want to go to bed. In the next scene, she's always in the background. She's always just sitting at the table. She's always just like, yep, you guys go have fun. I'm just gonna sit here at the table. Like we just walked across an entire continent. I loved Clara's voice acting. Like she had like a different flair.
Yeah, she did. Like entire continent.
An entire continent.
And Aaron actually sounded like she was yawning, and that's her go to bed.
and it's like we almost died. I love that. We overlooked that, but I really like that scene.
And also, like when John was saying to Clover how liked, fangirling over the Aesops and everything. Really interesting if you're watching Crow in that scene. Crow's glancing at Clover and he's got like a look on his face, and then I'm not sure if Kaylee picked up, and I haven't mentioned it to her. I was just rewatching it and I just found it really interesting. Crow's like,
look in the show mean a ship. It
doesn't necessarily mean it. I just noticed it. I'm like, he's looking at Clover. And he's just got this smirk on his face.
How it's gonna be.
I just loved it. Like, that's just great.
That is cool.
And how, Crow was walking out next to Clover as well, like that whole thing. But I thought that was really cool. Love the little interactions there.
Is this next, I think if we're done
with
the
we're done
mines,
with all that in the mines, yep.
This next scene, I don't think I ever expected.
No, me neither.
Does this thing where they keep shoving scenes that no one asking for, but we're so thankful they give it to us.
Amity Coliseum, it's just so, like, it's nostalgic, but it's kind of sad as well, because you know what happened there, but it's just... Things with,
it's like, again, like, they've always enforced into the show that, yes, you're a huntsman if you spend 4 years at school.
Yeah.
But you know, you go out there in the real world, and it's so much more. It means so much more real world experience, and the fact, and I love why I killed it here when she's like,
yeah,
it almost feels trivial now.
yeah, it does.
Because it does. The fact that they're because
it's like, changed. Their whole goals changed from wanting to become huntsmen and huntresses to the point now they just want to do the right thing. And
can't even say like, I almost forgot this was what I wanted.
That's what
Blake
wanted.
Is like, well, after the fall began,
we didn't think it would be possible.
Like, the idea always was like, you know, we all know this show was going to end, you know, before they were going to, you know, like it's going to end before 4 years have passed in the show. It's going to
possibly,
end before,
but.
Yeah, like at least for me, like.
Well, I think we're already at the 2 or 3 year mark, possibly longer.
Before we see them go back to school and
get
their license.
They weren't going to go back to school and get the licenses. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
Happened, I think, again, is so trivial, but so important and so such a good kind of guys. Like again, these guys are the same level as, you know, or at least closer level of Crow. You know, a closer level of X-Ops. You know, the experience these guys have had. You know, or even like Crow back in Volume 6 saying, you know, these kids were better than we were, but we were their age. You know? It's kind of like this is the final nail in the coffin where it's like, okay, guys, we know we haven't shown it super well, but just at this point, accept the fact that these guys are as good as any other huntsman in the show. Yeah. Like, you know. So, again, like, it was trivial. Forgot this was even why we wanted to do this. It was such a nice moment, and Winter and Annie and Ironwood, and Ironwood's, you know, the feelings Ironwood's had throughout this, you know, his emotion, James, Jason. I think Jason.
His voice actor.
Voice actor for Ironwood did an amazing job here. The dialogue was perfect. Everything everyone said. Ren questioning it. What was going on? Winter, Penny. The whole thing was
really well done. And I love how Ironwood was like really awkward at the end with his outro. And he's like, you're improving on your outro, sir.
Which makes me want to go back and listen to other speeches he's had and just see kind of how they end now. I want to go back and check.
Well, yeah, we haven't really sort of seen Ironwood really had too much of a speech sort of thing, but I think it's really interesting. And I wonder if how did like Ironwood was thinking about when he first met the teens back at Beacon, the tournaments, when he was telling Team RWBY that they've been disqualified because of what happened with Yang, all of that as well, and then like he saying like the fought for Beacon, then what happened at Haven and everything else they've experienced as well, that they weren't just students anymore.
Yeah, well, another thing, another moment I always like remembering is RWBY and Ironwood, after Sindar went into the tower. You know, Ironwood stood up for RWBY. You know, it was immediate, like, I trust you. Yeah, I believe you. You didn't sneak in there. You didn't hack the systems. 100% had faith in her. Yes. You know, I remember, like, when everyone watches that episode, you know, it's always like, oh, they're going to blame RWBY, but they didn't. And Ironwood was the first one to kind of, you know, make that very clear that, hey, we don't have you follow anything for this. So, you know, while it can be like, man, Ironwood really cares for these characters that he hasn't interacted with that much. And if you go back and really think about some of the scenes they've had, you really kind of realize, you know, just kind of how.
And also that scene. And I'm sure
Ozpin has told Ironwood so much about, you know, these characters.
Yeah,
and the fact that by Ozpin, you know, was enough, you know, for Ironwood to kind of realize how important these guys are.
Yeah, and there also is the scene after with the Colosseum when they're all running outside of the Colosseum and about to board the ships to go down. There's also that scene with Ironwood as well. Like, you can go down and fight for your school, or you can go. Like, no one will blame you. And I really love that. Yeah,
they all kept fighting.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, Yang obviously sending Ironwood sending Yang the arm.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. And you know, Ironwood, you know, saying to Weiss, you know, like, we always have a home at Atlas Academy, you know.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff.
Now they do. Yeah. Hydrate. So yeah, loved all of that, and their reactions when seeing on the scrolls change from student license to huntsman or huntress license. I loved all of that. And then they had the celebrating it all.
Yeah. Well, even Crow just coming in like, guys,
lighten up.
Lighten up, guys. It's like, this is cool. This is important. You know? Yeah. Enjoy yourself, which is really nice from Crow. A very different change of pace from Crow.
It is. Yeah. I really like where they're going with Crow and now after everything.
Nora going to kill some cake.
Yeah.
And Ren's like, yeah, no one's.
I just love Nora's just had so much comedy in this episode.
Yeah. Sam in general has said that this is one of her favorite seasons to record for Nora. And I like just getting, even if it's nothing shippish, I just love seeing just more little bits of dialogue between Nora and Ren.
Nora and Ren, absolutely.
Just little tiny things. That's all
Little things.
All it's needed. But
Yeah.
it just makes someone. Again, Ren just saying like, no one's doubting you on that. That's all it is.
And he just picks Nora up as well back after the thunder fires and stuff like that.
Interactions.
Yeah.
I
guess because with this now, and the situation they're in, she doesn't need to be as grim and as everything back when they're traveling. They're in the situation now where she can be happy and make jokes and do all this stuff, which she couldn't really do before. So we get back seeing more pre-volume 4 Nora. Yes, little comedy bits. Yeah, yes. Which is really cool, which I'm really enjoying. That's it. Yeah.
Love seeing the floating array just for a second of Penny cutting the cake.
The cake, that was great.
Even Weiss and Ren, like they're both like the very calm, subtle ones, like just eating cake with a fork and Nora just
nom. Hey Jay Spy, I'm doing good. Welcome in.
I also love that Yang and Penny. That was really awesome.
Yeah, with the arm. That was great.
The arm, they're both like robots and stuff. So that's really cool.
Of course, Yang taking selfies with Blake. I love that, and that's such a meme.
That was cute. That was actually really like that.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Tend to grow up Bumblebee moments, not for the moments themselves, just for what the community will blow up about them.
Well, I've seen that now in all sorts of different things. It's great. The fandom's really taken that image of them doing a selfie.
Great subjective.
Yeah, but, I think it's hilarious.
No, the meme about it, that's all great. That's all funny.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, J Spy. Yeah, had her arm around Blake in the background, especially with the selfie.
That was cool. I did quite like that. And
yes. But interesting how Ruby's sitting away from the group. She's thinking about what's happened.
She still feels bad about lying. Uneasy, again, Ironwood said, I'm glad to have people around me that I can trust. They want a bit of a glance at each other, because Ruby knows that, well, maybe you shouldn't trust us.
Yeah, but I absolutely love the Crow of RWBY chat with us. It was so good.
I want to let you talk about this because I know this probably means a bit more to you than it does to me.
Well,
yeah, well, basically,
the DC Comics canon, unless they're contradicted in the episode. I believe they are, but also there are some things.
They're also they're overdone. They're deliberately and intentionally overdone. So take everything and turn it down a few volumes, kind of thing. And that's it. Just because to comic, it needs to be much more
exaggerated.
Yeah. So dig myself another hole here. But I think it's for the right reasons. To be fair, I think it's for the right reasons because. Obviously, with this volume, with Jason being the new voice actor and stuff, we've had a lot to we've had a few it was a date, but just them going to shut up.
It was a date.
You can hang out. A girl and a girl can go out as friends. I love like there used to be a girl and a guy. Now which is a good thing. Now today it's even a girl and a girl or a boy and a boy.
Yeah.
They can go out and have fun. It doesn't have to be dating. I love that. I do love that. I love that all. Dig a hole. Dig a hole. So, because obviously Crow had that whole arc of Volume 6 and he kind of changed. He had a new perspective on life kind of to overcome some of his issues. So it was very appropriate that he got the new voice, I think, because to express how emotional Crow's been this volume.
Yeah.
And even leaning into, again, the possible Clover stuff, would make sense now he's kind of overcome. I saw that. That would even make sense, because he's at this new emotional state of mind than he has been in a while. He's still a grumpiness when it comes to thinking about Stark and teamwork, but other than that, he tends to be a bit more positive, just, don't mention fast kind of thing. So this scene was so emotional, and hearing Jason do such a great job.
So good.
But that almost... despite the fact that I completely agree with Rooster Teeth dropping Vic when they did, and with stuff that's come out about it now, again, I'm completely fine with it still. It does make me feel almost a little sad that this couldn't have been Vic.
Yeah.
He put so much time to the character. Again, he dug his own hole. He got, him being let go was deserved. I get that. But still, it's almost like, because Jason did such a good job and made me feel so emotional, it just made me think man, this is probably got to suck for Vic.
Yeah, I don't...
I'm sure because again, from what I remember, Vic did care about Crow. That was an important character to him.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of damn, it sucks you dug your own hole. It sucks you fucked up. But,
I agree with Corey.
It's still kind of man. No.
We're getting a lot more emotional depth now, and
I still... And I'm saying, because Jason did such a good job, it made me feel sorry that Vic almost isn't here anymore. even though again deservedly so. You know, it's like this man. Oh well, yeah, but no, you go ahead because I'll just say that I love this scene.
Diggy diggy hole. Sorry, I had to do that. Yes, but... now I get to talk. So, I love these scenes. Like, I love the Maria and RWBY chat, and now of course the Crow and RWBY chat. It was shush. I love the score. I've been trying to listen to the score, but I keep getting distracted by what they're talking about. I'm really looking
at the score.
It was sort of a mixture of Crow and RWBY's theme. Yeah, Crow and RWBY's theme. It was really good. I'm really looking forward to it on the soundtrack, but I can hear it without the chatting over the top. Yeah, we did get a bit about Summer, which I always love when we find things about Summer, but I just love the conversation, and Crow comes, sits next to RWBY and says, about like getting to what was it?
Like what feels more important here? Getting like lying to Ironwood, getting your license, or
what was the first one? I can't remember now. Oh, getting to Atlas.
Graduating, or not telling
everything about Ironwood. But I get like how when he said that and looking at RWBY, he understands why. RWBY hasn't told everything about Crow yet. Osmond too.
And he makes the point, the difference is that you're not doing it, you're not keeping it all to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trusting your teammates and you're just testing others.
Yeah,
whereas I
exactly.
kept it all to himself.
Yeah.
And that's the difference here, and I like that because one, it wasn't a distinction I really thought about.
Yeah.
And two, it's just I thought it's a fair. I agree. Like I think that's a fair point. That is enough to make a difference between the line.
I really like Lindsay, how Lindsay did RWBY in the scene with her being so unsure, and I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. And of course Crow coming in there and said, well, you're not like Oz. You're just waiting for people to earn themselves your trust before telling them everything. And then how Crow brought in, of course, like Summer will be proud of you getting your license, and then RWBY asked about Summer's last mission. I got all excited, like I found out it wasn't an Oz secret, and Crow said, a lot of Oz secrets back in my day.
As far as
Crow knows, yeah, it was a Summer secret. And even Crow seemed to be Osmond seemed to be as much in the dark as Crow and Ty were when she didn't come back.
Interesting that Raven was. I'm curious if that had any.
Yeah, but I think could have been the point where Raven ran off at that stage because. It would have been.
Yes, would have.
Yeah, because as far as we know, RWBY was quite young when Summer left, so I don't think we had exact age. That's okay.
That would be like a couple of years.
Yeah, so she was probably around maybe 3 or 4, but we haven't really had a confirmation of her age. But it was Ty and Crow were in as much as the dark as Oz seemed to be as well at the time. Seemed to be. So it couldn't have been, but I like the fact that it may have been a Summer secret. Maybe Summer did go on to try and defeat Salem on her own. Or who knows what Summer may have gone on this mission to do and never returned. Maybe her whole intention was not to return. We don't know what it was.
I mean, and it could be something completely unconnected to Salem. It could be something, again, like it's a Summer secret. It could be something completely different. It might be something we've never even been teased about yet.
Yeah, we have no idea. Yeah. And Craig mentioned how Summer was like RWBY, the best of us all, and that she was a bit of a brat. And I like how that just interaction with her remind me back in Volume 3 when they did the high five and did the what was it? RWBY jumping onto Crow and then dropping her. It just reminded me so much of that interaction with them in Volume 3 to get them in this scene. They're like elbowing each other and laughing, and it was great. I loved that interaction so much. We got little pieces of information here about Summer, but not too much, just enough, just little things, which I really enjoyed. Imagine Raven learning of Summer's experience trying to port it to her only for it not to work. Well, that's true. Yeah, it's very possible that she would have had a bond with him. Or the bond wasn't strong enough. Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm back.
I'm just reading the chat. That's all right. Corey said that he thought Ace's entrance went off and I played the diggy diggy hole. That's Ace's entrance from my streams, by the way. Diggy diggy hole.
Yeah, I just read that, Yeah, J-Spy. That, yeah. Oof.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, Corey, like, people were saying when she didn't come back, then she was still alive. Well, I think everyone assumed that she'd passed away, because there is the grave there as well. It is very possible, yes, she's dead. But
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they've ever actually said she's dead. She always said she disappeared.
It disappeared,
said,
never returned. As far as
they assumed for all intents and purposes that she's dead.
Yeah, as far as everyone's aware, she's dead. But
it's one of those things where, in theory,
I
would prefer her just to be dead.
Yeah.
Just because, there's always the trope of, characters just disappeared, assumed they were dead. Oh my god, they're alive. Again, as always, I trust RWBY and Rooster Teeth, and they always have. They've never steered me wrong. When something sounds terrible in theory, they always do actually just actually make it work.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. We never know. It could be Monty's intention for her to be dead, or it could be Monty's intention for her to pop up at the end. I'm sure Monty would have had some form of vision what to happen with Summer.
Yeah.
And
again, Stark's always been the thing that they're like, guys, we'll get it.
Monty had told him how he wanted the show to end. It was very clear how you wanted it, and they said they've always know how RWBY's ending. It's just getting there. So that could also be something tied into what happened with Summer, because I think that's going to be a really big thing near the end of the season. We'll find out what actually happened to Summer, whether she's dead or not. But
we didn't get it. We didn't get Amnesia with Penny, so
yeah, I don't know. I think we will find out eventually what happened with Summer, and it's going to be something really big. What though, I don't know. But I think we will. Either we find out how she died, or she's going to turn up alive. Who knows? I still think that she's dead, but there is, of course, always the possibility. Yep.
Never say never. Didn't see them dead. Never seen her body.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I guess we'll find out. And then after, well, I don't know if Tyrion did or not. I think it may have been pre-Tyrion, but Tyrion does seem quite sort of. Yeah.
It depends.
They said they dealt with their kind before. Doesn't necessarily mean Summer. Like, as we know, like Maria with the eyes gouged out.
Well, at the same time, they could have fought Summer in the past. But doesn't necessarily mean that
they're ones who did it.
Have killed her. Because again, Hazel has probably been around probably the longest of their group, I'd imagine.
I think
Hazel's
so.
Relatively older, but.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens, when if RWBY ends up confronting Tyrion. Well then after that amazing discussion, we had the notice board with all the Huntsman missions on it. RWBY sort of going, it's an app now. I love how excited RWBY was in that particular scene. And
you want to make a laugh? To get it on stop and on camera, does your undercover?
I love that shot. It's actually it's on the stream.
So yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So much of my past week is I'm thinking like, where does France exist in Remnant?
Undercover. Undercover.
Where did that accent come from?
I don't know, but I loved it. I just loved how excited she was, and she was shaking Penny, and it was just amazing. And then of course we had. What? She was shaking Penny.
Yeah, okay. I was hoping the art would. Never mind.
No, yeah. So, and then of course we had Elm, Vine, and Marrow walk in, and I love the interactions with them. How Marrow's like, I smell fresh meat, and Vine's like, I don't smell anything, and Rand's like, me neither.
Love it.
That was great. And Marrow's like, nah. And how they're like, they only been huntresses for less than an hour. That's getting excited. Of course they are.
7 minutes, too precise.
Yes. If I said like, 57 minutes.
It's so funny. I don't know why I said that. Something I've noticed is that in Weiss's new model, she has a hell of a lot of eyeliner. Like, her eyes are so much bigger and blacker than most characters.
Yeah.
So whenever her eyes are half closed, it looks like she has so much black around her eyes. just so that reaction's like, 57.
I hope Harriet's speech will be debunked in universe. Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see in regards to the, being job not blurring the lines. I just loved this whole interaction. I liked how Marrow was trying to pronounce John's name, and I think this was just such a throwback to like people who don't want RWBY are trying to like when they read John's name, trying to yawn, Jim. He's just going to be known as Jim now. Yeah, it's a running gag. Yeah, I hope they just refer to him as Jim. It'll be hilarious. And John's like, close enough.
That'll vomit boy.
Yeah, vomit boy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that's cool, and like the like it's like, oh hey, we've got a mission for you. It's like, okay, we'll do it. It's like, oh, it's escorted is getting kids to school. And it's like,
yeah, there's no danger, but you know the parents worry.
Worry, you know that can attract Grim. And John's like, well, sure, I guess.
My first husband mission, and then I like how Elm just come in and she just pushes Mara out of the way, and she crawls down and like, and there's a massive saber tooth in the sewers. Two brave volunteers. Everyone's like, oh my god! How else would John find all those thirsty mums? That's true.
yeah. Well, hopefully that's what will tie into it.
I'm hoping. We get to see them taking on a few missions and helping people in Mantle, and that's how we'll end up getting introduced to Robin, perhaps. But
possibly,
yeah.
But you can never tell RWBY. You can never predict quite well. Unless it's me and Kaylee, which always go with me. That's just record. That's just how it works. Then of course we get back to Jacques. I love seeing the Schnee Manor again. That was very nice.
I liked it was a different sort of colours. Like when we first saw it,
different.
Yeah, like when we first saw Jacques' office, it was very blues and cold, and there was light. Yeah. This more darker. It had more warmer colours, but it had a bit more of a darker sort of feel to it. And the things we mentioned earlier in the stream with Whitley's photograph being turned around. The chessboard there having the different chess pieces on it as well.
At the door.
Yeah, there was no Klein. It was Whitley. Yeah, so there's definitely some changes since.
What happened since we were last here.
Yeah, felt more mob boss in this episode. Yeah, it definitely had a different feel to how it felt back in Volume 4. That's for sure. Yeah,
for sure. But of course, Arthur makes his way in.
Yes,
and we get the very
so Jacques was very taken back as well, and he sort of grumbled at.
We get the revelation that
you were meant to be dead.
He was dead. Which also does come into the idea of that. What was I going?
She can fly.
But also giving us a bit more into Arthur, of course, like the idea. Why no one would assume that this Atlesian scientist who can do all this, wouldn't be a suspect? Well, because everyone thinks he's dead.
He's dead, absolutely.
And also Tyrion's idea of like, what if we get caught?
Yeah, we get recognised.
Stay undercover, because everyone thinks he's dead. So that was a really nice touch. But yeah,
I liked how Jacques, he sort of was caught off guard here. And he growled at Whitley, close the door, shut the door. And then you see him sort of like compose himself again. And then he goes, you're meant to be dead. You sort of see him there, though. He was sort of out of his element for a second, but then he composed himself again. I thought that was very interesting as well.
I imagine Whitley, how dare you? I imagine Whitley probably was eavesdropping on the conversation.
Possibly,
sure.
Yeah.
I imagine so. I think Whitley has a lot more intuition than I think people give him credit for.
Yeah.
I think he knows like when to take advantage of certain situations. Obviously, he knows when to take advantage of certain situations. I think for sure. Just the fact that Jacques was so adamant. Probably, again, like he didn't close the door immediately, because he was on edge.
He was curious. Whitley's like, who is this guy who just let himself in and waltzed in here?
Yeah, I don't think that Jacques is aware of any allegiance that Arthur has. I think it's just he was just shocked at Arthur himself.
Yeah, he just turned up again. You're meant to be dead, sort of thing. So they had some sort of like they knew each other prior to whatever happened with him with what's disappearing.
It is. I never thought we'd see the mustaches in the same room before.
The mustaches. Yeah,
for sure. So. Yeah, I mean, we get the interaction, and again, and Watts is just like, hey, you want that council seat? Well, we want to get rid of Robin, so let's
the talk of cake, so, you can have your cake and eat it too. I'm like, all this talk of cake.
I didn't even realise that till now.
Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to title my reaction yet. I'm probably just going to say, where's my cake? Well, there's talk of cake.
My death were greatly exaggerated. I forgot what that's from. I know it's a reference to something. I forgot what that's from.
Oh, it is, yeah.
The reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
I'm sure it would have been some...
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I wonder how he said that, how he died, apparently. Well, I know a lot of people were talking about Merlot from Grim Eclipse. Maybe Watts was supposed to be in the building when that collapsed or something. Who knows?
Possibly. I'd imagine that Arthur probably... It's probably a long time he's probably been perceived dead.
Yeah.
Like, I think couple of years, probably longer than that.
At the end of the year, she probably finally get some cake. No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, no, because the Grimm still attacked Tyrion. So I think they still attack anyone based on emotion. I think if they're by Salem, the Salem can control them. But I don't think in a wide term sense that they're immune to their attraction. I don't think so. I mean, maybe she could do that, but I don't think she has.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's more... Yeah, depends.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they were attacking Sindar. Granted, that was training. But, he did attack Tyrion when he was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't think Salem,
I don't think... Yeah.
I think they just attacked him because, he was just crying.
Yeah. I'm not sure what sort of control they would have over them. I know Cinder wasn't getting back in the Fuller Beacon and everything. Cinder seemed to have some form of control over some of the Grimm, especially like the big dragon one. But
yeah, but I think that might have to do with more of her maiden powers.
Yeah.
Because again, although the maiden powers have only really done elemental stuff, it can do so much more. It can do almost anything.
It could be also to do with the Grimm and the Grimm bugs she had and stuff too. I don't know. Yeah. Anywho,
yeah, but I really apart from the start being a bit quirky, I guess. Yeah. A bit fanboy. I liked this episode so much.
This episode was really good. I liked it more
than last episode, despite last episode being very heavy. I think I liked it more than that.
It was a good follow-up from last week's episode, and it was nothing felt like it was everything felt like it needed to be said sort of thing and shown, and I really liked it all. The Penny Winter dynamic was good. Yeah,
love that dynamic so much.
Yeah, how Don mentioned earlier too, Jason, I'm not sure if you're in at that time, how can be like with Winter and Penny and Weiss and Ruby.
They both have their nuts and bolts.
Yes.
They have to drag around, and I love it so much.
Yeah. So I really like the comparison between, and I loved it, Ruby and Penny as well, their interactions too, and just, it's so good.
Yeah,
this episode was really good.
So I don't remember what the title of the next episode was.
Sparks. I think it was Spark. I think it was called Spark. Something like that. Which is interesting because, it's talking about the upcoming election and everything. It's got Robin on it. So, and now, of course...
Could be a bit more about Ruby, because Spark has been...
Spark of romance. I think it's more going to be more Spark starting the flame that's going to happen with this election. Spark of Revolution. I think we're definitely going... Yeah, well, I think we're going to see some more Mantle. The guys going down to Mantle, helping them out. We're going to see Robin this episode as well. I think we're going to find out a bit more about the election. And, and I think shit's going to go down in the election either mid-season or mid-volume or or at the end of the volume. This election's going to be important for whatever happens. Now we know Watts is going to help Jax get his council seat as well is a concern. So, very interesting.
Indeed. I think this is a 19-minute episode, I think.
Yeah.
I think. And obviously Robin was in the thumbnail.
Yes. They've been very consistent, the episode lengths as well, which is really good for 17, 18 minutes, now 19 minutes. So I really like that too. 19:58, so almost 20 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. So, looking forward to that. It's going to be good.
Get up nice and early tomorrow morning to watch that, I will.
Yes. Well, I've been watching, doing my reaction in the afternoon. I'm going to try and do it in the morning if I can this time. See what happens.
Yes, watch out for those naughty spoilers.
Yes, well, I just don't go on Twitter at all. I just avoid Twitter until I watch it. But yeah, also talking of reactions, my chapter 4 reaction's still blocked. Yeah, so just keep in mind if you are watching reactions too, so the process of getting them unblocked seems to be taking longer than last year. could be staff, it could be the volume of them, not sure. Like I uploaded mine pretty much on the same day episode was released. But yeah, even that, it's still blocked at this stage and hasn't been reviewed. So reactions are going to be, later than from previously. Yeah.
I want to say it might be something to do with, I think I heard someone from RT or someone mention something that maybe I don't think they're actually going out of the way. Not going out of the way to review them until the episode's actually up.
Yeah, that's possible.
And I was thinking that's hard to do because there's been a lot of pirating on YouTube. I've seen like the episodes being uploaded to YouTube a lot this season, more than usual. So they might be just trying to, not like what I don't know.
That just seem to be.
I think they'd rather just let anything pop up, private or not, just be blocked until it can go up publicly, then review them. Which obviously, is a hassle for the reactors. I get that.
I think it's more the fact that they're not reviewing them as quickly, so there could be a couple days prior to, because some still manage to go out at episode release. It just seems to be they're a bit slower with reviewing and unblocking them for whatever reason could be. It could. I did hear saw some on Twitter say their friend works in that department, and apparently they're just swamped with so many reactions and things coming through as well. So, just very busy. A lot of videos for them to review,
especially if their policy is to actually watch the episodes or scroll through them. Because I mean, like again, if they're swamped, but all they have to do is see reaction video. Yeah, unblock. Then it wouldn't be a problem. So maybe they might within our team might be the policy to like actually review it and make sure that the episode is small. Like make sure I
think that's what they do because it usually shows up as one view. So I think they do definitely play the video just to make sure. No, don't watch it all the way through. Just make sure though if it's the Rooster Teeth content guidelines.
Why the swamping thing may be a bit more.
Because they do. Yeah.
Because again, like if it was like they're swamped, it's like well, all I have to do is see this reaction video and press a button. But again, if their policy is to do a bit more of a review of it, then that would make sense.
I think they do because they do have content usage guidelines that need to be adhered to, so they need to make sure each video is following those guidelines before they unblock them. But it's okay. We just they'll get to it when they get to it. It's just the fandom need to be aware that not all reactions are going to be up at episode release. They will be up as soon as they get reviewed and unblocked. And it's just a slightly longer process than usual. But that's just what happens. They have to review each of the videos.
It's their content, they can do whatever they want with it.
Exactly. At least they're allowing us to actually use their content. I've seen a lot of people recently, a lot of YouTubers, YouTube channels getting copyright strikes for other, not Rooster Teeth stuff, but for actual Japanese animes, and some of the channels being taken down. So
I think a lot of My Hero stuff has been under a lot of scrutiny and stuff.
Because I've had people ask me to do reactions for like animes, and like, no, I'm sticking with Rooster Teeth content because I know I know what I need to do with them, and they allow us to actually make reaction videos, which is good.
Also, some people like Rooster Teeth content and like it more than other stuff. I know that might sound weird, but people have different tastes. Yep. Leave us alone.
With that,
I'm aware that My Hero is probably a better version of RWBY. I don't care. I like.
I haven't watched it. I've been meaning to check it out because I hear a lot of hype about it.
I don't want to because everyone's telling me to. It's like RWBY. There's semblances and superpowers. I go to school. I'm like, why do I watch something like that when I already watched RWBY? What's the point?
You heard some not so good stuff about it? Okay, interesting. Yeah. It's definitely one that's talked about a lot.
Anyway, I think that's it.
Yes.
Stream, I think it's a bit longer stream than usual. But it was a good episode. There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it was a lot to talk about. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Chapter 5. Yes, and seeing what happens. We're getting closer to the mid-season episode, which is really scary because it feels like RWBY just started.
I think it is 13 episodes this season as well, like the last season, I believe.
So I'm not sure whether it will be 6 or 7 that will be the mid-season episode, but we might have a bit more of an idea of it at the end of this chapter. And also once we find out what the thumbnail is too for Chapter 6. But I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for hanging out in the chat. J Spy, Corey, and Chozo, which I think's gone to bed. Don't blame him because it'll be early in the morning for him. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you everyone, of course, who are watching on YouTube as well. Please leave a comment below what you think and any thoughts and things you want to discuss with us as well. But yeah, praise the Great One.
I have a pin.
You have a pin. Oh, that's super adorable. It's cute. And Waifu. Be careful with Waifu because she lost her foot.
She's had a few falls as well.
She has.
Yes.
Yes. And we'll see you all next week for chapter 5.
Sparks.
Yay! But thank you all for watching. Spark. Yeah. And yeah, and we'll see you all then with that.
Hopefully there'll be no crashing on my end next
week. Hopefully no more technical issues, but you know, technical difficulties always seems to happen. You can't quite see it on the overlay. There you go. See? It's set up. That's funny.
No, that doesn't work.
No.
Anyway.
Yep. Bye everyone! Bye. We'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Yeah.